So you are back from Japan, right, D-boy? Yes, I am back. And after taking a while to think about the tournament, awards, and everything, it's finally time to talk to you guys about it. Welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta, and you're here with D-boy. Today, we are going to talk about awards 2023. So for me, I entered the V tournament for Words, and if you have the information, you can find it here. If not, we had a V tournament. I think you could read it a little bit. Yeah, here you go. And we had 68 players for V, which is good, right? And then the tournament or the format that we were playing, of course, V, so V Premium, and in there the meta was pretty much golds. We had blue, grand blue. We had some Bermuda, and we had some random decks. We had Aqua Force, Luard, and some random decks. So the big five that we saw a lot: Gurgates, the golds like were the most, Grand Blue were the second most played, and then you had Bermuda, and then you had Luard and Aqua for Stavas being almost the same, and then you had some decks there that were random or one-offs, as in Spikes, as in Rising Nova, as in we had Glendios as well. We had also Maelstrom, which did also pretty good, and yeah, maybe some others as well. I don't know, but those are the ones that I saw or from my friends that I knew that they played them. All right, so for me, talking about my experience was a little bit strange. So our flight was cancelled, and because of that, we arrived very late Friday. So we missed the dinner, and we missed the chance to give up our deck list and everything. So because we did email them before, they said it's okay if you come a day later, but then very early in the morning, and then we will try to make it happen, right? So until the last moment, we were not sure, will we play, will we not play? Because of that, because we had also a very long flight, as normally flying from the Netherlands is 13 and a half hour, but because we had to take another flight, it was longer and it was exhausting. So when we finally came into the hotel, we just had to go to sleep right away. And my original plan was to also change my sleeves to something else, because I did play broccoli sleeves. I played the green broccoli sleeves, but I didn't want to play sleeves that had spikes on them. I wanted to play something else, and I wanted to get those in Japan. But we were not there on time because every shop was closed, and because of that we just were so late. And then the next morning we were too early, which means no shop is open, and because of that was everything was just not the way that we wanted to. And of course I could have bought sleeves in the Netherlands or in Europe, that's no problem, I have enough, but my plan was different than what we had. I then came in the tournament, and in the tournament, like, these are my matches, you can see right here. And my first match was against Sergio. Sergio played Gurgits, and he didn't know Spikes that well. And because of that, I actually had a pretty good matchup. Also, like, Spikes does not matter what it plays against, because of course we have a card that is Fiona, and Fiona could pretty much stop Grand Blue in its tracks, and we could rush very hard, we could take it calm and then hit them with a max turn. Like, you have a lot of options. Playing as him, I went my first turn into a bull spike. I didn't have a rising, and the reason why I didn't have a rising is because my first damage was a critical trigger, and normally I play 12 draws, but I played one crit, and and that crit made actually a difference, in a bad way, which I knew that it could happen, but it was just for fun. I just wanted to play the one crit as a beam, and I knew that it would not work the way that I wanted to, but hey, what are the chances? But yeah, so it happened. The crit that I played was this guy, and yeah, so got him as the first damage, and because of that, I didn't draw into the Rising. So the Rising was my second card, and then the turn after that, when he did me damage, the Rising went into the damage zone, which normally that would have been the card that I drew for turn. And because of that, I had to stay on Bull Spike a turn, and after that, I went into Rising, and then I went to Max Max. The problem is that I didn't have any force 2 marker on my Vanguard, which means 1 force 2, 2 force 1s chilling on the Vanguard circle, and that was just not enough to kill him. If I had my force 2 on my Vanguard, then I would have a better chance to give him the 6 damage. The turn after that, he went into another Gurgit and he started to have more and more markers, but he made a mistake. What he did is he went into the second wave of attacks and he called with his promo another promo, the Great Twos, and you could not do that. I know that you can do that. He didn't know. That's what he said. But the problem is that I didn't notice it because I was dead. I was really sleepy, and I didn't make any misplays on my part, but I didn't also like pay too much attention to what my opponent was doing. I only paid attention to guarding. And the thing is, in my head, I was like, there are two cards that could kill me: the Slash Dragon, so the grade 3 that could call from hand, or the grade 2 promo. But because I already told myself that in my head, I didn't think about the fact that the promo could not be called because the promo is the one that is calling and not Gurgit himself. So that was the issue because I already told myself that. I didn't think about it. And then after the game ended, and Farion told me, did he call the promo with a promo? And I was like, yeah, you're actually right. He did call the promo with the promo. So I went to him and I was like, dude, you called the promo with the promo. And he was like, yeah, what's the issue? And I was like, you can't call the promo with the promo. And he was like, you're sure? And I was like, yeah, read the card. So he read the card and he was like, oh, damn, sorry, man. I didn't know. And then we called the judge. And the judge was like, I don't know. It felt like the judges were it was kind of strange. The thing is, in Japan, is normally you have Japanese organizing the tournament, right? But because now Japanese and people from Singapore are divided the tournament by two, so you have the Japanese tournament and you have the English tournament. It was like most judges that were there. I think they should be professional, but they felt different. All in all, the judge was like, I don't know if I could do something about it. I mean, I could call other judges and we could try to like change the result. But then again, I could survive that turn, but who said that I would kill him next turn? So it was kind of very strange. So we left it as it is. He had the win, but normally he should not. And if you call the judge there, then the judge should be the one that said, whoa, wait, that's irreversible gameplay. Then the game should not go that way, and then you get a game loss, because basically you can do that, he cannot do that. But it felt like I need to push too much for the judge to do something, and actually I wanted the judge to be the one who bring the bad news, let's say. So for that, I lost game one. And the big reason why I lost game one is that I was not focused enough. As I said, we had just a very long flight. And then I went into game two. Game two, I played against Kel. He is from team WCC. And shout out to them, and shout out to this guy. It was an amazing game. He didn't know who I was first. So he saw like I had D-Boy as my name and stuff. And yeah, he just thought I was another random guy who had just D-Boy as a name. But he played Grand Blue. I went first, which is good. And yeah, it was just hard. I just gave them, I think I killed him on the grade 2 turn, or maybe he went to grade 3 and then I killed him after that. I think so. Yeah. So the game was just fast. Like Spike did Spike. And if Spike goes first, then pretty much it's almost always game over. So it was a good game. We enjoyed it. We had fun. We laughed about it. And after that, he came back to me and was like, "Dude, you're the boy." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he was like, "Oh, damn!" And we had so much fun, and we talked a lot about Japan in general, navigation, and what nice places to visit. Talked to him about Kai because Kai from WCC was busy with doing the commentator thingy, and we did not see him that much. So I was like, "Hey, say hi to Kai to me and stuff." So it was good. Was good. We had lots of fun. And then game three, I actually don't really remember a lot about game three. The only thing I remember is that I won that game, but I think I played against Golds again. That's what I think. I'm not sure, but I think this time I went first. But again, I don't remember. I think Tim, who his name is or how, I think he's very or more known than I know, but again, more in Asia. So yeah, I did not know him. So it was I as I said, I don't remember much about that game. I think Spike just did Spike, and me, I was playing on autopilot. Like I just piloted the deck that I know inside and out, and I was sleeping. To be honest, I was sleeping that tournament. And then we went into game four, and I know that now it's becoming more serious because I had two wins. I need to win this one, and I need to win the next one, and then the last one, yeah, right? Because that opponent could also get in the top eight. And my first opponent was doing actually quite well until here. So playing against the guy, I think he was from the US, and the name was Jigger Mantis, I think, or whatever that should be. And the thing is, he played Grand Blue, right? So he played Nitros. The thing about Nitros is that normally you would be like, all right, it plays two draw PGs, or it plays one draw PG, but it never really plays three or four draw PGs. Like that almost never happened. So the only way that he could survive my turn, the thing is he rushed me too much in the early game, and I just didn't get any trigger. And he kept getting crits, so I was on 5 damage when I hit my grade 3 turn. And I wanted to go max max because I have enough Counterblast. I have 2 Dexters on hand, and I had Fiona, so I could activate 3 Fionas. And I had maximum on the field, so I could go into another maximum. And that was good. So I made a 73 maximum. So that's insane, right? So with that, it everything was like going according to plan. The only thing that could stop me is him having 3 PGs on hand. That's like the only way that he could stop my turn. And the thing is, I thought, well, I already seen 2 of his PGs, like in the damage zone and stuff, and used. So there is no way that he could have that much PGs on hand, because yes, okay, he has the the uh, the protect one, but then again, the deck does not play so much PGs. Sorry, I saw 1 PG, so he had three PGs, could have 3 PGs left on deck. But me calculating him playing 2 on 2 or 3 on 1, never playing 4 draw PGs, it was impossible for him to have 3 PGs on hand. But he had 3 PGs on hand, so we had 2 normal PGs and the protect one. So yeah, I think it was a good calculation on my side, like hit them with a strong turn and just kill him right away. But him having the PGs on hand is just something that I did not calculate, and with that, I lost that game. And when I lost that game, I saw my opponent, my first opponent, he was starting losing, so he was not able to get in the top 8. And because of that, there was no reason for me to really like play on. And again, I was very, very tired, but I kept on playing. So my 5th game was against Glendios. It's a guy that Tolga, he is from Germany, and he always plays his beautiful Glendios deck. Premium and V in whatever format he could play it. And that was pretty good. That was actually my only bad matchup in the whole tournament. And I won that one because I thought a lot about how to play against Glendios. So it was really good. It was my first time playing against him, but This is a guy that we always talk throughout tournaments in Europe, especially in Germany, and it was really really good and fun to have the chance to play against him and have fun. And my last game I played against Gear Chronicle against Jets, and it did not matter anymore. He had a chance to get to the top 8. That's what he said. Me, I had no chance to get to the top 8 because my two opponents were both not doing well. So my tiebreakers were really not that good. And the opponent just like kept getting crits and crits and crits, and I had no defense, no PGs, no heals, no nothing. My damage checks were all nothing. So it was just too much work to win that game, and I didn't feel like it was worth it. And yeah, so that's how the tournament went. I ended up being, yeah, 21st. It's not a ranking that I am happy about. It's not a ranking that I think that this deck deserves. But again, it is what it is. We can't really change anything about it. And I was like, I would not say mad, but I was disappointed, as in the deck is insanely good, and the only thing that I played for fun cost me game one, as in the crit. And other from that, I think that the thing that made the biggest difference in me doing less good in a tournament are multiple factors. The first one is our flight being cancelled and just not knowing play the tournament or we will not play the tournament. The second thing is that my wife should have entered with me, not playing the tournament but watching and chilling. But then they said like there is no enough space and nobody could enter. But then the PowerPoint that they sent us, in there it did say like family and friends may enter. So I was like, does she enter? She does not enter. What's going on right here? And then they were like, no, she could not enter and stuff like that. But for her, everything was new. It was her first time traveling so far away from home. First time in Japan. Like, she speaks good, beautiful English, but like she doesn't speak any Japanese or know the culture or everything, because she doesn't really have that much in common with the Japanese culture. It's not the same as for us or for you guys that are watching. Most of you are like anime fans or card game players, so you know a lot about Japan, you know about the food, you know about the culture, you know about the people, and you will not mind having like a day free in Japan. So in Tokyo and in Akihabara, like you're in the best place that you could be as an anime fan or a card game fan. But for her it was different. So she like went to get food and came back and waiting for us and stuff. So it was like a very strange experience for her and for me. Like for me, I if I went to get to the top 8, then it would be even longer for me playing and not seeing her. So that was the second factor, and the third factor was the tournament itself. We will have a separate video to talk about the tournament, but the tournament was actually pretty bad organized. Sorry today to say this. Sorry Bushiroad. Sorry Singapore. Sorry Japan. And but it is what it is. Like they had Vice, they had Shadowverse, they had V, they had Premium, and they had, of course, Standard. So they had 5 tournaments playing at the same time. Each had a different time clock to it, because some they wanted to match, but it didn't work out. As an Overdress, they the tournament finished earlier by mistake, so they had to put the results back, and they waited an hour or something for the players to continue on playing. V was strange. Like we didn't have people walking around and checking and stuff. Normally, like you will have judges walking around and checking and seeing everything. They gave us the playmat and the promo during the games, which was like sad and bad, because I was putting my promo and playmat into my bag, and I did not notice if my opponent could have done something with the deck or whatever. I mean, he looked very strange. I think that was the third game. But it was like everything was like really really bad organized. The fourth and one of the most important reasons why I did not want to stay at the tournament too long is that the space. We had very 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 little space for our playmat, for our dices. So the tables were too small. The chairs were not comfortable at all. So yeah, like after 20 minutes sitting on those chairs, you will be like, I just want to go home. So I'm not saying that the tournament that we got organized in Europe are a lot better, but I know that Japan normally does better than that. So yeah. But all in all, the tournament was fun. It was nice to enter and nice to represent Spike in another words. Does this deck deserve to go higher? Yes, hell yeah, it does, because this deck has good matchups in this meta and in every meta, because the deck is insanely good. You guys do not understand how good this deck is until you play against it or play with it if played right. So this deck is so consistent, so strong, it's insane. What deck did I play? What's the build that I play? It's very familiar to the deck that I won the Netherlands Championship with, and it's the same, almost the same deck that I won the German Championship with, because I won both in last year. So in 23, we won teams and we won the singles. So for that, the deck actually should have gone further than that. And I think for me, playing this deck, like again, the two losses that I have, as I explained, one of them was a good calculation, but just strange choices by my opponent to play 4 PGs, draw PGs in Grand Blue. And the second one was like, again, I was just sleeping. I did not notice my opponent calling the promo. And if he did not call that, then he didn't have the slasher, then there is no way for him to win that game, because he got the counter charger and the grade 2 promo. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's it for this video. We will have another video when we talk about the deck, and we'll have a separate video where we talk about words. So those will be separate videos. And there will be a lot of other videos that we will add to the channel that we'll talk about Japan, as where to buy sleeves, where to buy cards, chips and tricks. There is a lot of topics that are coming up, but I could only do a video a week for you guys. I will try my best to do 2 a week for you guys, and that will be awesome, because there is really good content coming up. But yeah, time and life and married life and sports and work. I can't do everything, guys. I can't do everything. Or managing everything. Or give it more time. Right. Thanks again for watching. Thank you for tuning in our channel. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next video. So till next time.